So you get a little profit calculator, 1675. That's a 20% margin. That's what most dealers are shooting for on some of these bikes anyways. And then you would just play with the numbers for that. But here's kind of the fun part is that if you lock this profit box and you go, I want to make 2,000 bucks on this, and you hit tab, it will either adjust your DSRP up or your offer price down. So let's say if you see it went from 81.40 to 84.65, it did the math for us, but you go, you know what? I want to still sell this one at 81.40, and I'm hitting tab on my keyboard, and it will now decrease the offer to 59.90. So it kind of tells you what the buy price is based on the other categories. All three of these boxes, offer, DSRP, and profit, if locked, can give you kind of that justification for how you want to put a number on a bike, right? Does all that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, when you do put a DSRP, it does show you, you're 9% over, you're ranked 18 out of 32. You could put a mileage in here, and the mileage does affect it. So let's say 1,500 miles, which it increased it a little bit. Let's go with 15,000 miles, and it now increased it a little bit, right? So mileage does affect the math on this stuff. So take that out for now. You can also add photos. So if you hit this photo box here, and this will be great for your mobile phone or whoever. You guys see what I'm working on here? You can add any image. I'll just add some kind of image here, but you add the image of the bike, and now you've got a real workable appraisal. And if you make a mistake, you just hit the X and it goes back to the stock photo. You can hit show more over here and now use it like a miniature buying CRM and add the customer's info to it, right? So Jacob Berry, I'll just put my notes in here, super clean, needs oil change, whatever you wanted to put notes on. Condition, we can grade it. It's an A bike. ACV, payoff, the guy owes $1,000 on it. Sales type, I want to retail this thing or I want to wholesale this thing, and hit save. Okay. Once you have this information, we do have 3 different printouts for you. One is the financing option that I showed you earlier, but there's now internal and customer. If we hit customer, this is now just a simplified version of an appraisal sheet. You can use this for service bikes. You can use it for the table or the desk, whatever, to go serve it out there. If you didn't want to show JD Power on this, you can take it out right here, like remove clean or remove all of JD Power, but it's a nice branded, who did it, date, all that stuff, right? It's a nice printout. The other printout is internal. So internal is just like the name is, it's meant for internal use. You put this in the deal jacket or you attach it to the paperwork. But if you hit print here, right click and print, it now shows you all that stuff. I got to clean this up to size it a little bit differently, but it does show you all that stuff in a printable format. Okay. Now, if we go back to the see all up here, we now see that the Kawasaki's Ninja 650 is top of list. That's the most recent one.